Hi, good afternoon. So I had a really awesome conversation with my server, Kevin, this morning at breakfast. And I just wanted to share a little bit of it with you because it really perfectly meshed with some things that have been on my mind and heart anyway. And so as you can see from the question that I posted here, are you proud of what you do? And if not, why not? Those are some questions to ask yourself and that I would love to hear the answer to. So I was talking to Kevin and he mentioned I'm up in New England on the East Coast, and he mentioned that he was from Alabama. And I had told him that we're here doing wastewater treatment inspections. That is one of the businesses that my husband and I have. And anyway, so I'm like, so how did you end up here? And he told me this long story, but in it, he mentioned his previous profession and how he had quit to move here and help start a business with his sister. That didn't work out. And now he's been a server for the past 4 years because he went back to school because his previous profession, his license didn't transfer. So he had to go to school again so that he can get licensed here and go back into his previous profession. So it was like this long story, and he had told me lots of details of his life, so it wasn't like he was a private person, but he hadn't told me what this previous profession was. So finally I was like, Kevin, what is it? What do you do? And I can't remember the title. It was a really long title, but essentially he somehow takes care of bodies in funeral homes. And when he said it, he kind of like did this almost like embarrassed stance, you know, how people do. You can tell if somebody's confident or if they're embarrassed or, you know, hesitant. And I was like, Kevin, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, that's awesome. I said, I just told you we work in wastewater. Like, nobody really wants to do that, but somebody's got to do that. Not that nobody wants to do it, because I don't mind doing it at all. But there are a lot of people who do not want to do that, would not do that, just like I don't want to do Kevin's job. I don't want to work in a funeral home, but you better believe I'm thankful that he does, because somebody needs to do that job, and it is a very important job. And I could tell, obviously he's willing to go to school for it twice, so he cares about it very much. He said it was good money. He wasn't worried about that aspect of it. He just wasn't really proud to say it. And P.S., he may not have been proud to say it because we have a crappy society that judges people for things that they shouldn't. So it may not even be that he doesn't think it's important, but he was worried I wouldn't think it was important. So I very quickly informed him that I do. And we talked about that, and he agreed because I said that. I'm like, dude, like, that's awesome. Like, seriously awesome that you want to do that. And I think it's awesome that I want to do wastewater. Like, there is nothing wrong with that. I get to travel the world. You just told me that you make good money. Like, it's all good. And so we kind of had that conversation, and it was really cool. And I left very inspired. And then it also reminded me of a conversation that I was having with another friend. I had posted in my stories last week that I'm guest sharing in one of my friends' Facebook groups. She asked me to come talk about like kicking the toxins out of your home and replacing them with better toxins as it relates to fertility, which is her passion and what she teaches on. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, actually. And she asked me to write a bio, which, P.S., is super intimidating to write your own bio. But mine started with, April Haywood is a former service manager in corporate America turned network marketing professional, and then all this stuff. And my friend wrote me back, and she's like, I love how you own being a network marketer. And I'm like, yeah, it's literally the best business decision I've ever made in my life. It's more fulfilling. I'm more passionate about it. I love it more than any job I've ever had before. Like, yes, 1000% I'm proud to be a network marketer. So all of that kind of went together and just made me think, like, yeah, who are you proud of what you do? And P.S., this video is not about stay-at-home moms, but I feel like I got to give a plug to stay-at-home moms because I see you all do the same thing that Kevin did this morning, especially if you're in a group of women, because we tend to We tend to do this, women. And if you're going around a circle and everybody's like, what do you do? What do you do? I'm a nurse. I'm a teacher. I'm a blah, blah, blah. And then you get to a stay-at-home mom and they're like, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And it literally breaks my heart to hear women say that. So let's all just acknowledge that being a mom is like the hardest and uber important job that you can possibly have. So please be proud of that too. Anyway, so it's just a really cool conversation and a good reminder. And then I want to add that to me, the difference is integrity. Are you doing what you do with integrity? So in the case of Kevin, if he didn't like what he did and he was like grouchy and he was dishonoring the families and the people that he was going there and he was just trying to make a buck, like maybe he shouldn't be proud of that profession. But he clearly was. Like he clearly wants to honor these people and he wants to do the right thing and he wants to do this very important job. So that's amazing. And it's the same thing for me in network marketing. There are so many terrible network marketers out there that embarrass me and make me mad because they do such a terrible job and they don't honor people with the way that they share and they don't honor people with the way that they talk. And no one hates that more than good network marketers, I promise you that. When I get messages that are dishonoring to me from other network marketers, I literally can't handle it. So anyway, that's a side note. But I don't have to feel bad because I know that I'm doing it with integrity. When I offer something to someone, it's because I truly believe it can help them. It's because I truly want to serve them and help them. Or it's because I know that I have this amazing thing to offer. And whether it's a product, whether it's the business, whether it's freedom, whether it's community, because let's face it, network marketing, one of the absolute best things about it is you have like a built-in amazing community of friends. Whatever it is that you're looking for in that, if I share that with you, I don't feel emotionally tied to your response, which means I have the freedom to allow you to give me any response that you want to. If you say yes, I am there to serve you and help you through the process, to get you what you need, to answer your questions, to walk you through. And if you say, not really ready for that, I'm like, cool, let me know if that changes. I'll still be here. So I think, anyway, all of that to say is that I think integrity is the key to whatever job you're doing. I don't care if you're a trash collector. I don't care if you're a nurse. Because there's some nurses who hate what they do, and there's some nurses who love what they do. And P.S., you can tell the difference when you get one or the other. If you go to the doctor, you go to the hospital, we all have seen there's like some nurses that you don't want to get. And there's some nurses that you're like, please let her be on duty. Because you can tell if they want to be there and if they have integrity and if they want to serve you. So it doesn't matter what the job is, the same rules apply. So I just wanted to share that. And I hope you love what you do. And if not, maybe we should look at something else that you can do.